Today we're going to be discussing phonemes and how to count the number of phonemes in words. So the biggest thing that I hope you gain from this mini lesson is this fact. Phonemes equals sounds. So a lot of times students will see the word phonemes and they get really scared, especially if the worksheet prompts them to count the number of phonemes in a word. That's a pretty big word, but if you just remember that phonemes equals sounds, then it should be easier for you to remember this. So let's start with this word spoon. So the word spoon has 5 letters, but it doesn't necessarily have 5 sounds. So the number of letters in a word does not exactly correlate with the number of phonemes or sounds in a word. So there are numerous ways that you can count these sounds. I normally whisper them to myself. You can tap on your fingers. There's multiple ways you can go about this. So I would see the word spoon, and then I would whisper to myself, s, p, oo, n, as I'm counting on my fingers the number of sounds that I'm hearing. So let's try that again. S, p, oo. You see how oo is 2 letters, but it is 1 sound. So just like in the word moon, this makes 1 sound. So when we see these letters and we count them on our fingers and we count the number of sounds on our fingers, then what I like to do is draw a box. So I say the word to myself, I count it on my fingers. Like in this example, I'd be like, okay, I heard 4 sounds. I'm going to draw 4 blank boxes, and then I'm going to write those sounds or the letters that correlate those sounds, or graphemes. We're going to go over this in our next lesson. But for now, let's just focus on the letter that we know goes with the sound s, and we know goes at the beginning of the word spoon. So we're going to put each of those letters in the box correlating to their sound, and that is how you count the phonemes. So let's try another example. Sheep. Sheep has 5 letters, but it only has 3 sounds or phonemes. So let's say we see sheep on a quiz or a worksheet. What are we going to do first? Well, we're going to whisper it to ourselves, or whatever works for you. We're going to count on our fingers the sounds that we hear. So we're going to go sh, e, p. And if you want, you can touch the word with your finger. Sh, e, p. We're going to say, okay, I see, or I hear 3 sounds. So I'm going to draw 3 boxes, and I'm going to put the letters for each of those sounds, or their graphemes, into the boxes. So sh, we know that's sh. E, 2 e's. P, sheep. Here's some more examples. So let's try to do these in our head, or you're welcome to grab a whiteboard if you work better writing down, and try to count the number of phonemes to yourself in these words. Okay, now that you've had a few minutes to do that independently, let's try to do it as a class. So let's break this first word down. D, a, k. How many sounds do we hear in that word? D, a, k. 3, I agree. So this is another way that you can count the phonemes. You don't have to draw the boxes. It's easier for me on a computer to do the little hyphens because I can just imagine the boxes around it. So l, a, p, lap. 3, k, up, cup. 3, k, oak. This is a tricky one. K, oak. 3. You notice how this E doesn't make its own sound at the end? It's a silent E. It doesn't say k, oak, E, cokey. No, that's not the word. It's just coke. Same with this next one. It's a little difficult. P, a. It's not p, a, y, pay. This next one. Sh, e, she, t, r, ash, trash. That one's a little difficult. That's the most we've seen so far. So now let's do some work. You are more than welcome to do this with a partner, or you can do this independently. You do not have to do both of these worksheets. You can do either one. This one, you're coloring in the number of dots for the number of sounds you hear, and this one, we're doing the same things with the boxes correlating for each sound. I hope you guys learned a lot, and thank you very much.